Hey everybody, if you've got something to come out about today and you're not quite sure what's in your way, how to get around it, or how you can be more mindful during the process, you have come to the right place. Good morning, welcome, thanks for being here. My name is Seth, I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me and how to get readings with me over there. I'm a little bit late today. Hey Liz, sorry, a little bit late. We're having some ferret struggles this morning. We've got some ferrets that aren't doing so well. We've got a whole round of them that aren't very healthy right now, and today was a rough morning. So I've got some vet calls to make today, but until they open, here we are. We're going to talk about obstacles. Yesterday I was out with a good friend of mine, and we found this cool thing called art oracles at the Art Institute of Chicago. So first I'm going to pull an art oracle for us today, and then I'm going to do the cards like I normally would. So let's get these out. It's kind of a nice little box. And the cards are all artists with a little oracle on the bottom with some of their art. So let's get these shuffled up. See, this is my first time actually shuffling them. The cardstock isn't awesome. So I'm actually probably going to end up bending these if I shuffle them like I like to. One more time, there we go. All right, let's see what oracle card we get for today. Ooh, this is Leonardo da Vinci. And it says for us, I'm not a Renaissance man. I'm a Renaissance man. Dissect what makes us human and look into research like you would a crystal ball. So research is the predictor. I think that's interesting. Use research as a way to discover what's coming. How does that relate to coming out? I think that's interesting. If we're talking about coming out about something, it's just being. It's being that thing that you're meant to be, and thinking about how whatever it is that you need to come out about, everyone does that, and that is part of what makes us human. That's a fascinating message. I also agree that looking into research as if it is a predictor of the future is fascinating, because all the things we need to know are in the research. And if we look at that as a future predictor, especially related to coming out gets easier and easier and easier the more you do it and the more people who do it, especially if we're talking about LGBTQ. People are coming out younger and younger because there's more acceptance and validation of the human condition. And realizing this isn't something that people are like choosing, or that there are demons inside of you. All right, let's get these cards in the right order. Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe so we can keep track of each other. If this content is useful, hit that thumbs up so not only I know it's useful, but those fun algorithm things, get it in front of other people's feeds. And as always, share out with your friends so that they can take advantage of this message as well. Here we go, these are where they need to be. All right, obstacle, action, mindfulness. Ooh, you know what's crazy? Okay, this is crazy. So yesterday our obstacle was the Fool. The Fool is still our obstacle. However, our action is the Son of Stones, or Chief Seattle. And now, instead of being our action, the Four of Cups is our mindfulness advice. This was our action yesterday. Hang on, I gotta do a quick. Okay, sorry. Someone got someone else through the bars of the cage and to make sure there was no blood spilling. Guys, these ferrets are gonna be the death of me. All right, so our obstacle is still the same, to have the Fool here. Sometimes these cards can shift and change, even though the card is the same, the message may be different. In this case, especially because it is here in a repeated fashion as a major card, the message is the same. What are you willing to step out and achieve? What's the new thing you want to put out there? And And what barriers are you putting up for yourself that is keeping you from being as successful as you want to be? So our biggest obstacle is the fear of the unknown, the challenges that we create for ourselves, saying things that put us in a state of imposter, which includes imposter syndrome. So something that may be repeated of saying, oh, you know what, I'm never going to be able to do that, or no one would accept me as having the background I need to be successful at that. All of these things are our own barriers that we're putting up, and that's what the Fool brings up for us, is that imposter syndrome space. So how do we get around that? Advocate for yourself, stand up for yourself, talk about what you're good at, who you are, what you bring to the table. A lot of times Chief Seattle is here to advocate for other people, but in this instance, because he's the only court card next to our biggest challenge of creating our own barriers, it's time to stand up and advocate for yourself. You need to say, this is who I am and this is what I can do. This is truly another coming out type of, I've never thought about this card in a coming out instance, and I've been doing a study of coming out cards that I'm going to share eventually, but right now, this is an awesome card for standing up for yourself and talking about who you are and what you bring to the table. So yes, now is the time. The message is even stronger than yesterday, where you had to decide to take it and put it out there. Now's the time. We're past decision point. It is about talking about who you are and who you're meant to be. So today's a great day for coming out, no matter what it is. How can you be more mindful during this process? The Four of Cups. How can you do this? So this is more of a introspective state today, where sometimes I have you write some things down or make some lists, talk about certain things with other people, or think about where you are. This is one of those moments where you need to assess how you feel when you are about to say something, as you say something, and after you say something. So since we're talking about the physical act of really speaking and saying, this is who I am, note your feelings at the time. Are you, especially since we're dealing with imposter syndrome too, speaking and imposter syndrome, note your feelings. Because if you can be aware of those, you can then manage them in the future and go, oh, I'm starting to feel that again. This must be one of those times where I should speak out, or this must be one of those times where, based on my experience on December 27, 2018, I would rather do X, or I should continue to do Y. So this is a lesson moment. We're seeing this repeated lesson of getting past your own barriers. In this instance, we've moved past decision making and it's time to speak. Note how you feel. Try and be mindful of how you feel before, during, and after, because this can serve you well in the future. All right, everybody, don't forget we had a fun new experience with this Leonardo da Vinci Renaissance card, letting us know that you're not a Renaissance man, you're a Renaissance man. Dissect what makes us human and look into research like you would a crystal ball. All right, I hope this is helpful, everybody. If it is, don't forget, subscribe if you haven't already so we can keep track of each other, and hit that thumbs up button, because not only does it let me know that the content's useful, it uses YouTube's algorithms and puts this in front of other people in their feed. Do share out with your friends in case it's helpful. And I'd love to hear your comments down below. Let me know how your day goes. Let me know how your coming out experience is. I'd love to hear more about it so that we can share the moment between us and with other people, because the more we come out, the more other people are comfortable in doing so. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great Thursday, and I'll see y'all later.